Hello all, I am Palak Wadadia, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology from Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will discuss the topic that is plotting data from unit number 2, that is Python decision making and loops. So if you remember, then already we discussed about the if statement, if else statement, if else statement, and we discuss about the loops, that is while loop, for loop, etc. Nested loop, like that. And also we discussed like a past statement, continue statement, and break statement. Now the plotting data is a last topic from the unit number 2. So as the name suggests here, we have to plot our data. That means we have to generate the graph from the given data. Now let's start our today's session. First is what is a data visualization. See, data visualization is very important part for the data analysis. You can use it to explore your data. If you understand your data well, then you will have a better chance to find some insights. That means you want to represent your data in the form of graph to do some analysis or to find some insights. Now we will learn the fundamental of data visualization and matplotlib. Matplotlib is what? It's a Python library that we will discuss later in this session. Now before that, we will discuss the basic visualization rules. That means one graph that should contain some labels, some titles, and etc. Right, the first step is to choose the appropriate plot type. If there are the various options, we can try to compare them and choose the one that fit our model the best. See, various graph options are available in a Python. That means you can represent your graph by the line, bar, cylinder, histogram, etc. So you have to choose the type based on your data set. The second is, when we choose the type of plot, one of the most important thing is to label your axis. See, every time we are saying you have to specify the which x-axis is what, y-axis is what. So here also you have to specify the axis, label of that axis. So your graph will become more informative. Third one is definitely you have to provide the title. The fourth is you have to add the labels from different category when they needed. That means, for example, if you want to represent the 4 data, say I'll give you the one familiar example. If I want to represent the first order and second order system in a single graph, so what I'll do, I have to use the first order system. I have to give one label. This graph is for the first order system and this graph is for the second order system, like that. And the fifth one is what? Optionally, we can add some text or an arrow at the interesting data points. Sometimes I want to focus on some particular part of the graph. At that time, I can use some text or some arrow to focus that particular region. Now the sixth, in some cases, we can use some size and color of data to make the plot more informative. See, here you can use the different color also. Suppose one graph you can use the red color. For the second graph you can use the yellow color, then magenta color, like that. And also you can customize the size based on your requirement. Now we will discuss the matplotlib. See, as you know that the matplotlib is a Python library used to create the 2D graph and plots by using the Python script. 2D, that means that graph having a 2 axis, x and y. Now it has a module named the PyPlot, which makes the things easy for plotting by providing the features like to control the line style, font properties, formatting, etc. Okay, and it supports a wide variety of the graph as we discussed, like histogram, bar chart, power spectrum, error chart, etc. So you can choose the graph according to your requirement. Now it is used along with the NumPy to provide the environment that is the effective open source alternative for MATLAB. Now no need to discuss what is MATLAB. Now you know very well. Now NumPy basically use whenever you require some mathematical calculation and then you want to plot that data. So we will write some exercise based on the NumPy in later of the session. Now PyPlot is a matplotlib module which provides the MATLAB-like interface. And matplotlib is designed to be usable as a MATLAB while ability to use Python and that advantages of being free and open source. Now we will discuss what is PyPlot. See, matplotlib.pyplot is a collection of command style function that makes the matplotlib work like a MATLAB. See, matplotlib is a library and pyplot is what is a module from that particular library that is used to plot some data. Like MATLAB, you see whatever the command you are using the MATLAB, here you have a similar command that you can use in a Python while you are just import this library. Now each pyplot function makes some changes to a figure. Example, if you want to create a figure, to create a floating area in the figure, plot some lines in the plotting area, decorates the plot with labels and etc. Now in matplotlib pyplot, the various data preserved across the function calls so that it keeps track on the things like the current figure and plotting area, and the plotting function is directed to the current axis. Now based on this all information, today we will try to draw a simple graph. Okay, simple one line graph. So let's do this in a PyCharm. Now here we have to write a program to plot a simple line. So first of all, this is my test.py that is created inside the project that is untitled file. The first is import, and then which library I have to import, that is of course it's a matplotlib. Inside this library I want the function that is what is pyplot. Now I will use this whole statement as a plot. So whenever I require this library and this module, instead of writing matplotlib.pyplot, simply I will write as a plt. Now next command is what is plt, and then what, inside this module I want to use the command. The matplotlib is what, it's a library. Inside library we have a one module that is what is a pyplot. Now inside that module we have a command. That command is what is a plot. So plot, and then here it's a plot, and then just give some data. Here I am just specifying some random data. Now this statement is clear. It will generate a plot with this data. Now next, here just you want to write that is plot.show because I want to display this plot. Now simply you just run this code. See here, one line is created. Alright, so this is a two-dimensional plot. Sometimes many students, maybe if you run this program, then might be you will get some error. I'll show you which kind of the error you will get, and then I will explain you what is this figure. See, simply I'll just do one setting and then I'll show you what to do. Right now already this package is installed, so the program run and you can able to see this graph. See, if I run this code now, see here, the module not found error, no module name, that is matplotlib. So as such here, that package is not installed. So first of all, what you have to do, you have to install the package. How you can install the package? It's too simple. Just click on the file menu. Inside the file, see, tab on the setting. In setting, see here, so many different options are available. Apart from this option, among this option, you have to click on the project, that is untitled file. Because my file is under the project and the name of that project is untitled file. So click here, then project interpreter. See here, there is no such package, that is matplotlib. So you have to install that package. So click on the plus sign. And now here you just write down the matplotlib. Alright. Click on this and simply install the package. While you are installing the package, remember one thing, your computer should be connected with the internet. So this package will install automatically and it will give you the message, okay, now your package is installed, now it is ready to use. See here, the package matplotlib is installed successfully. Now close this window. Now see here, it shows this package is inside the PyCharm. Okay, now you just run this. See here, same graph is generated. Now see, if you are wondering, here we just provide the one axis data, then how we will get the 2D graph? And 1, 2, 3, 4 is what? Is the x-axis data or y-axis data? Here you just see carefully. Your x-axis is from 0 to 3 and your y-axis is from 1 to 4. And you have provided the data that is 1 to 4. That means this data is represent the y-axis. So whenever you just provide the one data set, then definitely that data set is related to y-axis. Now the next question will arise in your mind, how it is calculate the x-axis data? Then here you just see here how many data is there, that is 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now x-axis, it will start from 0, 1, 2 and it's a 3. So total you have a 4 data. So it's from 0 to 3. Now I just do some modification. For example, 5, then 1, then 8, then 10, like this. So how many data? 2, 4, 6 and 8. Total 8 data are there. So now your x-axis data should be from 0 to 7. Let's run this. Yes, see, your plot is from 0 to 7 and your x-axis, y-axis, definitely the highest value is what? It's a 10. So it is from 0 to 10 and your x-axis is from, it is 0 to 7. So I hope this plot is clear. Now in the next session, what we will do, we will try to make a plot by providing the two data, that is one data that shows the x-axis and another data that represent the y-axis. And then we will try to plot the different function. In that function, maybe we will consider the exponential function, we will consider some sine wave, cos wave, like that. And yes, definitely we will give this some label, that is label to x-axis, label to y-axis. Then we will provide some title also, and how you can represent the three different data in single graph. All we will see in our next session. So if you have any doubt related to this plot, then you can contact me. Now I hope this session is clear. Thank you.